Alright, YouTube, so earlier this mowing season, a few months back, I was looking for another trimmer to add here because if you don't already know, I have an FS, still FS45, and I have a Husqvarna 128 LD. And the FS45, I haven't used, it's considered my spare trimmer, and I really don't ever use it, and it wasn't starting and I really didn't feel like fixing it at that moment. And the 128 LD, it's one of those split shaft trimmers, and it has that little coupler in the middle, and that was really worn out on to the point that like the attachments were literally falling off with the coupler, and it was really hard to get the coupler undid and get the attachments on and in and out. It used to be really easy, real smooth in and out, and now it just catches on everything. It was getting to the point of annoyance. So I was looking for a trimmer, and so the first thing I do is go down to my local steel dealer here and look what they got. I was looking for more of a commercial unit that would last me a while, and not another split shaft, because the 128 LD was really good besides that coupler, and I wasn't looking and trying to get another one of those again to have another failure point. So I was looking for more of a commercial straight shaft trimmer, one that would last me a while. I was looking at the FS90Rs, and that I think the new one's like a FS94 or 94R, and the FS90R is a 4-mix, and to be frankly honest, if I was going to buy a 4-mix, I really don't want a 4-cycle trimmer that I still have to put to use 2-stroke gas, and that sort of defeats the whole purpose of me buying it, if you get what I'm saying. I don't want to buy a trimmer designed like a 4-stroke, but still takes 2-cycle oil gas mix. And at the end of the day, if you're working landscape, you know that you come home smelling like that one smell, that 2-stroke oil gas smell. And it's not bad, but once you get inside, and if you don't take a shower, you reek of that stuff. It smells pretty bad after a while, and you can smell it yourself. And and that's why I was leaning towards more 4-stroke, and I already use a lot of mixed gas. Just to give you an idea, I use my trimmers about once a week, usually 2 to 3 hours straight, and I just refill it and restring it as needed. And so they're not used every day, but they're used 2 to 3 hours each week, usually in very heavy conditions, non-stop conditions. And so they take a beating. And I expect a lot out of my equipment. I really don't maintain. 2-strokes I never do any work on. And these small power equipment, usually when they start to fail, it's at their end of their lifespan for at least my equipment. So I was looking at trimmers here, and like I said, the FS90R, I don't want to have to mix gas. That's what I guess what I should say. And so I was looking around. There's a Honda trimmer you can get, and there's this Husqvarna 224L. And I've had great previous history with Husqvarna, so I took a shot at this trimmer, and I really like it. It is a 4-cycle. If you've never used the 4-cycle trimmer before, it's a completely different experience. I guess that's the easiest thing to say, than like a normal straight 2-stroke trimmer. The torque is all down low, and you barely have to give it any gas to get the power out of it. Like just above idle is plenty enough power to do most of your just around the yard trimming. I'll let you read the label here. Now this trimmer is made in the USA. It's 25 cc's, and the main reason I got this trimmer is because of the engine. The engine is not made by Husqvarna, like it says up there. The engine is actually made by Honda. And if you see right there, tilt it so you can actually see it here. Zoom in maybe a little too. You can see right there, it says Honda. This is a GX25 Honda engine, surrounded by a whole bunch of Husqvarna shrouds. And that's the biggest reason why I got this. I have another one of these GX25 engines on a tiller, and it is great reliability. And you know, tillers you only use maybe 5 or 6 times a year, and you start them up randomly. So yeah, that's what set me on this trimmer. And I know they're really light and easy to start. You can literally pick this trimmer up by the pull start handle pretty much, like pick it up off the ground, and it'll start that way. I mean, if you're looking for a trimmer that you know, maybe your wife needs to start, or somebody a little less weaker than yourself, or maybe you know, someone with not good arm strength, this trimmer starts up so easily. There's almost no resistance on the recoil at all. As with most 4-cycles, it takes a small amount of oil and runs on straight gas. And putting straight gas into a trimmer for the first time is kind of nerve-wracking, I guess. It's just awkward to do. You never do it. So, yeah, I'll take off the air filters thing for you here. So let you see under it. And, you know, Honda reliability, everybody knows that Hondas are known for the reliability. There's the thing. It's just a basic foam filter, nothing's fancy. Yeah. These generally, I've never seen a trimmer filter get dirty, to be honest, because usually all the trimming is on the bottom. Give a quick close up here. A lot of vent tubes. The primer's on the bottom here. You got your return line and supply line. Your primer. I don't know what that little hole is. There's another, I think, some kind of crankcase vent. A nice thing about this commercial trimmer and this Honda is it's all steel. This is all metal, and that's real nice compared to some other ones where this is just plastic and not as nicely prepared. As you can see on the bottom here, you got this hard plastic shroud covering the gas tank, keep it from getting dirty. The trimmer has the more commercial style build to it, with pretty much the detached engine bolted onto a shaft. A lot of times you just see a shroud coming straight down. That's more of the consumer type. It's got your safety handle here and your gas. Your more commercial style on-off switch. I do sometimes forget that's on and off because the old trimmer had the one-touch one where you just hit it once and it turns off. Your basic Husqvarna commercial style handle. It does have a tendency to rotate a bit, probably because mine's a little loose. A whole bunch of other things here. Safety warnings. Here's a nice feature about this. It has the T35 Husqvarna head. And this head is huge. It holds so much string. I've probably only filled it up maybe 4 times this season, and that is real good. Don't quote me on this. I want to say this holds like 40 to 50 foot of line, which is crazy. And it's powerful, and it gets the job done. Huge. The T35 and T25, big difference in size here. So my other trimmer had the T35. I'll probably make a video on how to rewind this, even though I've done a T25. So yeah, emission-wise, this is one of the cleanest trimmers out there, and especially being a Honda. You know, Honda, all their cars and vehicles and engines are so clean running and clean burning. You know, I have Honda engines on a pressure washer. I got 2 Honda automobiles and got a Honda tiller, and they all run perfect. So yeah. If you have any questions on this, I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and show you starting it, and shortly towards the end of this video I'm going to put it in some brush and let you see what it can really do. Some really tall brush, so if you're about to get out of the video, just wait for that, okay? So to start it, you got the primer bulb under here. I just never count. I just wait to get rid of all the air out. So you got all the air out, choke, you pull up, make sure it's on. Usually, sometimes it dies, sometimes I can catch it. Now, I don't know how you saw me pull the recoil, but literally it takes nothing to pull it. And these engines are so quiet, very, very quiet. And the vibrations are pretty low. As you can see, it's vibrating a little bit, but it's not really moving much. Here, I'll give you a quick showgun on how easy this recoil is, maybe from more of a distance. As you can see, pretty much all you do is just pull it. There's no resistance against you. And that makes it real nice. So that's pretty much how you start it. And you know, durability and longevity of this, I've had it for a season, and it seems to be working great. And from engine-wise, I know this engine is going to be really reliable because I have one on a tiller that 3 or 4 years old, and it starts just like this one does. And once again, no maintenance done to it. So yeah, I guess I'll start it back up here and give you a few revs, hear what it sounds, let you hear what it sounds like. It does have a nicer tone to it than a two-stroke, I think, but I know it's really all opinionated, I guess. Alright, that's what it sort of sounds like revving up from a distance, I guess. These 4-cycle trimmers, and most 4-cycle engines, they don't like to be revved like to the max without a load on, if you get what I'm saying. Like just flooring it like that, like I was doing, they don't really like that, so they sort of have a tendency to jump and skip at full load. I mean, full throttle without a load on, but once you get a load on there, they're fine. I almost want to say like sort of like a diesel almost. Yeah, they don't like to be revved up high with no load. So yeah, great trimmer, perfect for land use, very fuel efficient. A con that I have is because you're not mixing fuel, the fuel doesn't have like a tinge to it. You know, if you mix 2-cycle fuel, it's sort of got either like a blackish tinge or a bluish tinge that you can see in the fuel tank. But with this one, there's no tinge to it, so you can't even see the gas inside of it. So you never know if it's full or empty. You just have to unscrew it and look in. But you can't see how much fuel's in it, really. You might be able to vaguely see it if you have a lot of light, but you can't really see because it's clear. You can't really see the gas in it. But yeah, let me get set up in some brush here, and I'll show you what it can really do. Once again, I'll remind you, this is a Honda GX25, pretty much, in a Husqvarna, to squeeze it into a Husqvarna trimmer. And you can get a Honda trimmer. I've never used one, but I'm sure they're good, knowing Honda's quality and reliability. But okay, let me get set up here. I'll be right back with you. Alright, YouTube, so I found some tall weeds and brush over here. I really don't know how well this is gonna cut this, because this, to be honest, this is really thick stuff. Like, they use a brush hog and a fail mower usually to cut this. I don't know if you can see that. It's I don't know what kind of weed it is, but I want to compare it to like a bamboo type, sprouting bamboo kind of tree. Maybe it's ragweed, I don't know. But it's some kind of weed. And I'm going to look kind of goofy because I always wear hearing protection. I always wear some type of goggles, and I really didn't want to put on pants, so I put on some milking boots here to do this video. Always try to do what you can here. But okay, let me get started here. Hopefully you saw that there. You can see I used quite a bit of line. This is .095 Husqvarna titanium line. This trimmer can hold up to a .105 line, but I don't like that stuff really. But hopefully you saw that. I'll move in a little closer here. This stuff is extremely thick. I sort of underestimated it myself, but I'll make you nice and close here, maybe we can get a better shot. Definitely not easy stuff to cut. I mean, we're cutting extremely thick stuff here. So I think I might take you to another place, somewhere a little bit more residential maybe. I'm gonna take you to a field here near my house that's got some hay in it, and I'll show you what that is. So hang on 1 second. Alright YouTube, so we're back here. This is more of a brushy field, something a little bit more not as commercial as that stuff over there. That stuff, the previous stuff, probably shouldn't be really done with a trimmer. So we're gonna do this here, and then I'll give you one more clip of maybe along a fence line or something to show you a little bit better power. But hang on. Hopefully you guys saw that. That's it's a lot thicker than the other stuff, so it's a little bit harder on the clutch for it. But I'm gonna give you a quick little fence row here as a last little trimming video for you guys to see, so you can see maybe more of a residential client type thing. But I would like to mention, when edging with this machine, I know a lot of times two strokes they would sort of sound and bog down and get a little jumpy when you flip the machine over. It was burning like oil on the top of the head or something like that. And It's hard to edge with them sometimes upside down. This machine is kind of flawless upside down. It just keeps purring away. Let's see. Alright, so hopefully you can see that. I'm going to give a quick trim along this fence row here. I'm not going to clean off my trimmer, but yeah, let me get it. Alright, I'll be right back with you. Alright you guys, so in conclusion, would I suggest this trimmer? Absolutely. I don't care if you're doing it for land use like I am or commercial use. It's built for either or. I mean, even if you wanted to use it as a homeowner trimmer, it'll work great for that. I mean, if you think about it, you're paying what? I know gas right now where I am is $3.15 a gallon. You tack on an extra $2 for your trimming two-cycle wheel. You're talking like $5 a gallon. Well, this is using the $3.15 a gallon, and that's going to save you money in the long run, and it may eventually pay for itself, depending on how long you actually have it for. This, like I said, this thing is super easy to start. Knowing a Honda engine, you'll have years of reliability. Like I have with my other Hondas. And right now I don't really have any complaints about it, besides not being able to see the gas tank fuel level. That's the only con I can think of right now. And it does take a little while to warm up, maybe 20 seconds, 15 seconds to warm up, but you can expedite that if you give it a little gas and help it warm up. But like I said, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think. If you do end up buying one of these, tell me. I like to hear about that kind of stuff. I like to hear other people's experiences with them, and I like helping people find out what's wrong with theirs in case there's something that goes wrong. Alright, thanks for watching.